the argument given by the Prime Minister, Defense Minister, Finance Minister on why the New Deal was required? Do you recall the argument? The argument was based on two things. Number one, price. Number two, the fact that Air Force needed planes quickly. So I'd like to take you, I don't want to waste much of your time, so I'd like to take you to this document that is the note of the negotiating team, where, and I will read from the document, the updated financial statement of Dassault Aviation for financial year reveals that the company has backlog for Rafale aircraft of 83 numbers, 38 France, 21 Egypt, and 24 Qatar. In financial year 2015, Dassault Aviation manufactured and supplied 8 Rafale aircraft, 5 for France and 3 for Egypt. At the production rate of 8 aircraft per year, Dassault Aviation would take at least 10 years to complete its present backlog of Rafale aircraft. Considering the current backlog of 83 Rafale aircraft with Dassault Aviation and its current production rate of 8 aircraft per year, the delivery schedule being offered by the French side in the IGA is highly optimistic. The fact of the matter is that the new deal that Mr. Narendra Modi signed gets India the aircrafts later than the original deal. Number two, on price. Again, document of the officers who, the technical experts, the economic experts. On price, they say the final price offered by the French government, which is escalation based, is 55.6% above the benchmark, which is for firm and fixed price. Considering the future escalation till the time of delivery, the gaps in the benchmark and the final price would further increase. So here stand demolished the two pillars on which the entire government's argument for the New Deal are based. There is only one reason the New Deal has been carried out, and that is to give Mr. Anil Ambani 30,000 crores.
The Congress stands for destruction of institutions. They destroyed every institution during the emergency. They attacked the Supreme Court. They've been attacking on EVMs, the Election Commission. They haven't spared the CAG. Now, I was continuously during that period the finance minister. Anybody with elementary knowledge of governance would know that the finance secretary is not a post. It's a designation given to the senior most amongst the 5 finance secretaries. The revenue secretary could be a finance secretary if he is the senior most. Currently, the expenditure secretary is the finance secretary, or the secretary economic affairs could be. The present CAG was secretary economic affairs. Secretary economic affairs had nothing to do with any defense purchases. He deals with the policy and other functions which are assigned to the Department of Economic Affairs. The purchases and expenditure incurred by all departments, including defense, goes to secretary expenditure. No file or any decision relating to any defense purchase or Rafale in particular ever went to Shri Maharishi when he was there for 11 months as Secretary Economic Affairs. In a consultation process, people are bound to express different views. That's how decisions take place. But ultimately the government is one, the ministry is one, the final decision is taken. Now the gentleman, the joint secretary who signed that note, finally his view was not agreed upon. And the cabinet note proposing the present transaction on the present terms is signed by him. So the so-called author of that note has subsequently supported the deal in as much as the cabinet note is proposed by the same joint secretary itself. Now these facts have been repeatedly clarified in the media, that joint secretary himself has clarified to the media, but then the vested interest will rake up. For instance, what was the controversy yesterday? Somebody is negotiating an Airbus helicopter deal, you link it with Rafale, which it has nothing to do with Rafale. You manufacture a 500 versus 1600 figure. You say there was no Defense Acquisition Council, there was no CCS. It was a one-man negotiation. Well, there were 74 committee meetings of the Contract Negotiation Committee and the Price Negotiation Committee. It went through the DSA, it went through the CCS. The Supreme Court has satisfied itself. The CAG has satisfied itself. I think the government stands vindicated. The face of those who were manufacturing one lie a day stands completely condemned before the people.
एक आपत्ति है कीमतों के बारे में, दूसरी आपत्ति है अंबानी की कंपनी को दे देना। तो जहां एक कंपनी,
अंबानी कंपनी को क्या दिया गया है?
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट।
क्या चीज दी गई है? ऑफसेट की एक मात्रा होती है। ऑफसेट कौन डिसाइड करता है? वहां के लोग डिसाइड करते हैं। ऑफसेट के अंदर तो बहुत सारी कंपनियां हैं। एक इस डील की अगर आप कीमत देखेंगे तो ऑफसेट की कीमत भी बहुत ज़्यादा है। ऑफसेट्स वो हैं जिससे कि आपके यहाँ इंडस्ट्री पनप सके। ऑफसेट वो नहीं है कि आपको पैसे दे दिए, आप कुछ ना कुछ चीज़ बनाएंगे उस इंडस्ट्री के लिए। वहाँ का अगर कंपनी सेटिस्फाइड है, अगर वहाँ की कंपनी HAL से सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है तो उनका डिसीजन है ना, भारत सरकार का डिसीजन नहीं है। HAL का आपने देख लिया ना, हमारे 2 पायलट अभी मरे, 3.5 साल लेट प्रोग्राम चल रहा है। सॉरी टू बी साउंडिंग स्लाइटली एंग्री, 3.5 साल लेट प्रोग्राम चल रहा है। सिर्फ 8वां एयरक्राफ्ट रिफर्बिश हुआ है, रनवे के ऊपर ही सारे पार्ट्स गिर जाते हैं उसके। इज दैट द कैपेबिलिटी? उसके बाद हम कहते हैं जी HAL को काम नहीं मिला।